I felt like I quit too soon and I gave up, but I did not. I felt as if I didn't have a choice. So
Hey, sometimes you gotta call it quits, man. You gotta know when to hold on, know when to fold on. You gotta know when to walk away. You know, it was your time. It's not working. You got roaches. That's the last straw right there. You can't even unpack your shit and sleep in your bed comfortably because you're scared a roach is going. You know, it's time to leave. It's time to get up out of there.
It has been really tough for me, and because of some decisions that I have made that I regret making, my life blew up. It has not been the same in 3 years. And I've had a lot of thoughts around it, and I may talk longer than I need to, but so I'm sorry. And I might have to break this up. But today was a hard day.
She already starting to crying, man. We've all had moments like that where you just, life is overwhelming. You just start breaking down, crying. That's fine. It's normal. But I don't think I'd ever put it on camera. That's just me. I don't think I'd ever put it on camera. Unless like somebody in my family died or my dog died.
Okay, so what happened was, let me just go back. When I left my corporate job, I was 54, I believe, 53, 54. And I'm on the latter half of my life. And sometimes I think and ask myself, what was I thinking? Was it really that important to you? Could you not have just kept it going and done this later? But I didn't. So I stepped out. I believed everything would fall into place and I would be okay. And y'all, when God tells you something, listen and be obedient to it. And I didn't. And I know that is part of the reason I'm having issues today. When I left to go to Atlanta to pursue acting, I kept hearing, you're not going to need to look for a job. You're not going to need to look for a job. And unbeknownst to me, he had something waiting for me. Before I left, someone here in Memphis connected me to somebody in Atlanta about, working a job. And I started going through the process, the interview, filling out the application, and able to do the job. It was something that was right up my alley. Unfortunately, I allowed myself to I self-sabotaged. And I said, you know what? I can't do this job. I'm going to be acting. I don't know when I'll need off, when I'll do this, A, B, C, and D. Made an excuse because I'm thinking it's going to be okay. You'll get someplace steady, consistent.
Nah, man. I have the firm philosophy. Sometimes you have to take what is given. And that goes for a lot of different things. A lot of people might disagree with me. Yes, you should have goals and you should have aspirations, things that you don't currently have that you need to work hard to get. But sometimes when things are just given to you, you just need to take it. Like I said, some people might disagree with me, but that might go for job opportunities. That might go for relationship opportunities. Like even with relationships, you might have this ideal of what you want in a partner. So you're looking for X, Y, Z. And then you meet a girl who only has X, Y. If she's got most of what you need and she presents herself and it's in a natural set, shoot, just take what's given. You ain't gotta stick to what's in your brain all the time. I've learned that no matter what plans you have, God always has something different, man. Every now and then they might somewhat align, but for the most part, what you think you're gonna do is not what's gonna happen.
If I had been a little bit more wise and I guess maybe selfish, I would have taken the job without question. That was in October of 2022, rolling into November. I did not find a job until September of 2022, almost a whole year. I hustled. I drove DoorDash. I did Amazon deliveries. I worked overnight at Walmart. I did everything I could. And I'm sorry, y'all. I did it's called Insta work. Everything I could. And then I also ended up withdrawing my pension and my retirement because I just didn't have enough money.
Hey, look, at least she didn't just sit on her butt. At least she put in effort and she was out there trying to grind. She made a bad decision. She made a mistake, and she tried everything in her power to make sure that that mistake didn't leave her homeless. So I can't even fault her for it. Sometimes it happens in life, man. You just make bad decisions, and you got to face the consequences. But she didn't throw a pity party. She just went ahead and, hey, look, man, I got to drive DoorDash. Let me go ahead and work at Walmart. Let me go ahead and do. She was hustling. You can't really fault somebody for that. You know, she put in the work, and it sounds like she's learned from this mistake too. So she's not likely to do it again.
And this is not how I expected things to go. I really didn't, because I'd always landed on my feet. And this is the first time I had not. So I went and I finally got a job and was working at a company. Had talked to them, told them I do acting. You know, every now and then I might need some time off. Because, you know, I wasn't doing like big time. I wasn't gone all the time. It was fine. They hired a manager who had a problem with it. And she didn't want to give me any additional opportunities. She had issue with me. And I'm a worker. I'm dependable. Most of the time I was there, and I would look around and I would see other people not showing up for work, leaving early, coming late. And that's not how I work. I'm going to be on time. I'm going to be on time. I'm going to work my butt off. I'm going to help you. I'm going to support you. I'm going to leave I'll leave at my designated hour if I don't have anything else hanging or, over. I eventually ended up leaving in April because she was riding me. And I was like, I am not going to put up with this. Well, sorry, was checking to see if someone else was there. But I ended up finding another job. I was working Amazon in the warehouse. Did that for a while. I actually enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. And eventually got another job. Okay, that was April and July.
She said she enjoyed it. She must have been in the office or something. Because I'm telling you, I worked in a warehouse for 7 years. Actually, I can't lie. I did enjoy it most of the time. That's just because of the people I was working with. But the work itself is not that fun. It's not cool. It's the people that you with. It's like everybody there they understand this is just, I'm here for a short time, not a long time, So everybody's just there making the most of it. But if she's talking about she enjoyed the work, yeah, she must not have been doing actual warehouse shit, because I'm telling you, that is not fun.
I started a new job in July 10th. It was a contract to hire position. So I was getting on my feet and everything. And I felt bad because my goal was, the young lady I was living with, I was only going to be there a year. And I ended up being there the whole time, minus maybe a couple months, few months. Because what ended up happening, I got my job, I was getting on my feet, I was like, I want my own place. Moved out, and the place I moved into was roach infested. And I thought, okay, maybe this is a fluke. I'm seeing a few, they exterminated, it's probably been empty a while. But no. Y'all, I slept in my bedroom, tried to cover the door so they couldn't get in. It didn't matter. They got in. I woke up one morning.
I'm sorry, I gotta pause. That just reminded me of a story I just heard from a kid today. The kid was telling me that he couldn't get his PlayStation 5 to work. He was trying to load up the game and play 2K. And he said, yeah, man, I couldn't get my PlayStation to work. And then I went to check it out. Yeah, man, the roaches got to it. And I said, what? Roaches got to your PlayStation? He said, yeah, man, like the little ones, the PlayStation got like little crannies and stuff in there, little vents and stuff. And they just get up in there. And I could just hear them getting zapped up and getting stuck in there. I said, God dang, dude, you got roaches that bad? I said, you can't even play the game no more, man, because your house is just filthy.
And there was some crawling up the wall. And I thought, I can't do this. I had ordered furniture and I had to cancel that order. I never unpacked, and then I would have to unpack when I got ready to leave. When I finally was like, I've had enough of Atlanta. Nothing's working out. I'm broke. I can't seem to get on my feet. I'm not bouncing back. I was stressed. I thought, I'm going home, you know, and I had been talking to my sister and everything. And I hate it because I felt like I quit too soon and I gave up, but I did not. I felt as if I didn't have a choice. So I talked.
Hey, sometimes you got to call it quits, man. You got to know when to hold on. Know when to fold on. You got to know when to walk away, you know? It was your time. It's not working, you got roaches. That's the last straw right there. You can't even unpack your shit and sleep in your bed comfortably because you're scared a roach is going, you know? It's time to leave. It's time to get up out of there.
To my employer, and she said I could work remote if I committed for 2 years. Y'all, when you get ready to make a major decision, talk to God first. Because you can talk to people and they will talk you out of what you ask God for. Because I asked God specifically if I could have a job, I could work remote, I could stay with this company, and I could move back to Memphis. Well, in my ear. And
oh my God, no! Come on, man! Come on! You just went from struggling and being broke with roach infested, and you're asking just for a stable job, and now you get an opportunity. No, don't tell me. Don't look. I know I'm pausing and stuff, but I was just trying to give her credit, saying she was hustling, and surely she learned from her mistake. Surely.
In my ear, and then even me. You know, so I can't blame it on them because it was my final decision. I decided not to work remote. I regretted that because I'm thinking I'll go back to my old company. That did not happen. And I'm still not there. I've been back since August of 2024 and it is, what month is this? This is February of 2025. I applied for several positions and I have enough rejection emails from them. If I printed them out, I could wallpaper at least one wall. I am not going back. I don't know what's on my file, but they are not hiring me back. Period. So I've had to live with that. You know, before I left, my boss told me, don't leave, but I left.
Why not just take the remote job? Like, did this not cross her mind? Just take the remote job. I know they told you got to be there for 2 years. Unless they bind you by contract, that's bullshit. That's just cap. Maybe they had a contract that they were going to write up and get her to sign that legally bound her to be there for 2 years. But if you're not under contract, everything is at will. You can be fired at will and you can leave at will. But did it not cross her mind to just take the remote job and then try to get into the job that you actually really wanted? That seems like a smart thing to do to me, rather than just having nothing at all. It's almost like she did the exact same thing. She said when she looked to be an actress and she didn't take a job opportunity because she wanted to be an actress. So boom, you left with no job now. And then you move back home, wherever that is. You're looking for a job, you get offered one. And then boom, you did the same thing. You did the same mistake twice. You didn't learn. Ultimately, I don't know that much about this woman, so I can't sit here and criticize everything about her, because at the end of the day, we all make mistakes, man. We all make decisions that we think are the best in that moment. And then right down the line, boom, it blows up in our face and it wasn't the best decision. You don't find out till later. Sometimes you know right away, but you still just sitting there thinking you know best. Yeah, I wish nothing but the best for this lady, honestly. Like I said, I don't know anything about her, so I can't sit here and just hate on her. It sounds like she's taking full accountability and responsibility for her actions, which you don't see very often. But I will say that if she didn't prioritize finding a husband and creating a family, I think that was her biggest mistake, in my honest opinion. A lot of people might disagree with me and say that it's not that important, and some people don't care about that. That's fine, sure. If you don't care about marriage, you don't care about family. But I know that today and in this economy, if you're trying to pay all the bills yourself, it's not easy. It's really not easy. You need a partner. But yeah, man, let me know what y'all thought about this video in the comments. Hit that like button and do not forget to subscribe to the channel. We're trying to hit 1,000 subs, man. We're getting closer and closer. I know we only at like 200 at the time of me filming this, so y'all go ahead and help your boy out, man. But that's it for this video. I will catch y'all on the next one. Peace.